Let's discuss Google Colab, which is widely used for Python programming. For that, I recommend you to first log into your Gmail ID. Why? I'll discuss it later. Go to a browser and search for Google Colab. Click on the very first link. Welcome to the Google Colab. Now, this is the homepage of Google Colab. Welcome to the Google Colab. You don't need to go here. You just need to work on this particular smaller window. Go to the new notebook. It will open up a new notebook for you. It may take a few seconds. Okay, now this is our Google Colab notebook. Google Colab stands for Google Collaborative. First of all, what we'll do is we will rename our notebook. I'll be putting all my code of module 1 here. So I'm writing the name as module 1. It is always a good habit to name your file according to the task that you are doing here. The extension is IPYNB. I stands for Interactive Python Notebook. You don't need to change the extension. Let's talk about the UI of this particular notebook. First of all, we have to connect to the server. As you all know that this is a cloud-based platform, and here the entire code will be executed in the cloud server of the Google. For that, we have to connect it. It is taking time. As you can see that the color changes from 3 dots of orange to a green tick. This green tick signifies that the Google Colab is being connected to the server. Now we can write the code and execute it. Now, one more thing that we need to know about is this is the computational power that is given to us by the Google for particular Google Collaboratory. This is the RAM and this is the disk space. Fine. Let's move to the first tab, that is file. Talking about this, it contains all the basic requirements. If you want to locate this particular file in your Google Drive, you can do that. Then if you want to open a new notebook in the drive, open the older notebook that you have already worked upon and that is available on your Google Drive. If you want to upload a notebook that is available in your local system and you want to work on that, if you want to rename, if you want to delete this particular notebook, if you want to save a copy of this notebook in your Google Drive, save a copy in GitHub, just save. If you want to check the notebook information, if you want to download, we have two different options. First is .ipynb file, that is the collab extension, and another is .py, that is your basic Python extension. If you want to print this, you can also do this by Control P. Second is the edit tab. Edit tab gives you cut, copy, paste option. Now before moving to that, let's talk about this is called a cell. Which kind of cell? If you see this play kind of button, this is a code cell. Code cell means you can write the code here and get it executed. So very first thing that we have already seen, if you want to print anything, you can do this. This is AIR, that is stands for AI repository. Let's do this. If you want to print how you can do this, how you can execute this, either you click on this play button. This is one way of doing it. Another way would be just click here and put shift enter. This also execute the code line. Fine, this is your code cell. Now if you want to add a code cell, the easiest way is you just move your cursor here on the current code cell and you just click on either the code cell or the text cell. What is this text cell? Text cell is basically if you want to write any kind of content here, like this, my first Google Colab notebook. Fine. And you just hit shift enter. This is how it will look. It can be used for taking notes, diagrams, or anything else that you want to keep with this Google Collaboratory. Fine. So we were on edit tab. Edit tab gives you the permissions and rights and facilities with respect to if you want to select the cells, cut, copy, paste, or delete cells, something like that. Fine. If you want to clear all the outputs. Coming to the next, view. View gives you the table of contents. So when you write this, my first Google Colab, or the kind of headings if you provide here, you can get the table of contents. Fine, this is the first table of content that is available, or the first content that is available in this Google Colab. Coming to next is insert. You can definitely insert a code cell, text cell that I have already shown. Runtime. This is important. How to run and execute the code. They have given us various options. If you want to run all the cells, go for Control F9. If you run the cells which are before where your cursor is currently lying, use Control F9. If you want to run specific selected cells, use Control Shift Enter. If you want to run the cells from where your cursor is lying and all the below cells, use Control F10. If you want to restart a session and run all, you can click here. Also, this is available here. Run all will also do the same thing. Fine. Let's move to, if you want to disconnect and delete this runtime session, you can do this. One more important thing is change runtime type. I think you may be knowing about this, that Google Colab can be used for 3 different languages. It supports Python 3, R, and Julia. You can select the one which you want to work with. Second important thing is hardware accelerator. This is why the Google Colabs are very famous among AI ML researchers, because it provides free tiers of computational power. If you are working on some kind of computer vision or NLP task, you can shift or switch from your central processing unit to GPU or TPU. They are way more faster as compared to your normal CPUs. Then runtime version, definitely the latest one is recommended, but if you need somewhere, you can shift to the previous version. I'm keeping everything the way it was. So now next, something with respect to the setting of the Google Colab. Now, as developers, we work a lot of time, so we can change the theme according to our requirement. I'm putting it dark. Editor. Now this gave us the facility, like which kind of dark I want, or the font size. I want to increase or decrease the font size, that also I can do. There are many more font family if you want to change the indentation, width if you want to change, vertical ruler column if you want to change, if you want the line numbers in each code cell, that can be done. Why this is important? In each code cell, if you get the line number, it will help us to debug better. Fine. So I keep it show line numbers. There are many other checkbox. You can explore them by yourself. I'm putting it to save. Now this is what my final Google Colab looks like. Thank you.